In the previous episode, we defeated the Tide, which was difficult to say the least. I was not expecting that little event to be as difficult as it is. It just happened to be. Today we're going to do the Deerclops, and that might be it. And then after the Deerclops, we got Wall of Flesh, which once we hit Wall of Flesh, I know this looks like a lot down here, but once we hit Wall of Flesh, the mod is pretty much over. There's a couple bosses. There's Infernon. There's Dust King, Atlas, and I think there's one more? No, I think that's it. So, like, we're really close to the end of this mod. The rest of this is just going to go flying by, especially because we're likely not going to do these events. So, yeah, we don't actually have a lot left in this particular series. Man, this, like, snowstorm going on over here is tense. So here's what we're going to do. I spent a little bit of time farming up some flinx fur. I just sat in one of those little spots down, where was it? Down over here. Where did the little house go? It was one of the little houses. I'm totally blind to where these houses are. Anyways, we sat in to where one of the houses were, and then got the flinx furs to eventually spawn. I was there for a while. I was there for like 40 minutes waiting for freaking flinx. It was annoying, but I was doing other things at the same time, so it was okay. Also, musket? No, was it? Is it musket? Musket balls? No bullets? Musket. I have a musket. I don't think I have any. I got snowballs. Muskets. You know what? Let's get some bombs real quick. I want to make some sticky bombs. You know what? I got sticky bombs. That's even better. Can we make some sticky bombs with what we got? Let's just take most of this and put it in here. So I had someone who rightfully pointed out that the reason I haven't been able to get the arms dealer is because not only do you have to have killed one of these shadow orbs, which where do I want to go for these? Because I think we got a couple left over here. I think it's gonna be better if I just delve in over there. So not only do you have to have blown up a shadow orb to get the musket, or I guess in the Crimson you get the, I don't remember what the pistol's name is. It's blanking on me. But you need the musket balls too. So that's unfortunate. So in order to get him to spawn, we needed that in our inventory, and we just didn't have it. So we're gonna go break one and see if we can get some musket balls. Maybe it's that I just need the musket. We'll find out. Doesn't really matter. So today's episode, here comes the curse. I curse myself every time I say this. I swear, it has to be a short episode. I do not feel good. I know I'm sounding a little chipper, but let me tell you. First off, we had a double whammy. Double whammy. What do I mean by that? First off, let's get some of this dead. A double whammy, as in I had to be on hurricane watch yesterday. So I today technically, but yesterday, because the most recent hurricane hit in Florida. Now here's the thing: I live in a spot. I live near Jacksonville, and just where we live, we don't. The hurricanes don't really bother us that much. Like, we don't even have like storm shutters or anything on any of the houses here. It's just not a thing. Where when I lived further south, that was absolutely a thing, and we had to put those up anytime a storm was coming through. We don't really have this where we live, but I still had to be on the lookout for this hurricane that was coming through. It was potentially going to be really big and potentially going right over us. It didn't. It floated north of us. I mean, we still got like huge amounts of rain and wind, but it was just a storm at that point. Nothing too crazy. So I had to keep my eyes out for that, right? Then let's pop this in here. Wait, what was the deer thing? Deer thing. How do I make it? I should have everything I need for it. And then last night, my wife and I were watching, what was it called? Prey? I think it's called Prey on Hulu, which is a Predator movie, and it was actually fairly good. I was not expecting it. What am I missing? Demonite ore, really? Okay, you know what? Before I forget, I do. So I can get one of these. When it goes nighttime, we'll get some demonite here. Anyway, so we were watching Prey. Fantastic. Really enjoyed it. It wasn't like an incredible movie. It was a Predator movie. It's what it is. But the plot of it's pretty good. It's like colonial America, and there is a group of Native Americans, and one of them is, the main character is, she's like this person who wants to be a hunter, but obviously in that culture, it's hard to do that. Female or women, in just in that case, are mostly homestead people. In that culture, so they let her do it, but they don't really like respect her for it, really. And that was kind of like the theme of the movie. And then her whole journey that she goes on is trying, I'm not gonna spoil the movie, by the way, but her whole journey is like she's trying to become a hunter, and the way that you do that in that culture is you have to not hunt something, you have to hunt something that is hunting you. So like a mountain lion or a bear or something like big, and then the predator comes and just like starts just absolutely dominating. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. We enjoyed it. Anyway, so we're watching that movie. It was like a side tangent. We're watching that movie, waiting for it to get dark anyways, and our toddler was upstairs watching Monsters Inc. with her brother, because, well, we were on hurricane watch. The kids didn't have school today, right? So last night when we were watching this, we're like, whatever, they can stay up late. So my wife and I can watch this movie, and they're up there enjoying it. And she comes down, right? We're getting close to the end of our movie. She comes down and she like lays on my lap. She's just so warm, like really, really warm. Like she has a fever. Like, oh no. Okay, so, she's getting sick, whatever. So we took her to bed early. She obviously wasn't feeling good. And we kind of had inklings of this throughout the day, because like earlier in the morning, she was really like not clingy, but like cuddly, like more so than she normally would be. And we just decided, like, okay, she's just being cuddly, whatever. But yeah, it turns out she got a fever. She had a really bad fever all night last night, and we're all just kind of waiting. She woke up in the morning. She still kind of didn't feel good, but her fever had passed and everything was good. And then fast forward to later this evening. Turns out, like, the whole rest of us have gotten it. Whatever it is, we're all getting this fever. So I actually don't really feel good. I'm right at the beginning stages of it. I can feel it coming on. My throat's getting itchy. We were playing Munchkin with the kids, which is a very mean board game. And my throat, started feeling itchy. And one of our other kids was, like, not into the game. Not because of the game, but because she just wasn't feeling good. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's why this episode is going to be a little bit shorter than normal. And I've padded a bunch of time here just chatting about life. So now we're going to wait for it to go nighttime. We're going to get ourselves some demonite, and then we're going to go kill the Deerclops. Oh, hey, I didn't realize it, but the arms dealer finally showed up. Finally. Hey, buddy. Glad you're here. I came over here to place a bed down so I could sleep in one of their houses. That's actually why I came over here. Although I think I have a bigger house over in the desert? No, not here. Really? I don't have... I guess I could put it here somewhere so we can get rid of... Oh, right. I don't have my pickaxe on. Let's get our pickaxe out. Break that chair. Put the chair here. And it's going to say not valid housing, right? So that's why it's not going to allow me to... I'm going to fix this wall thing, and hopefully that'll work. I'm going to try to kill the Eye of Cthulhu with tentacles. This like weird tentacle weapon that we got from the tide. It's not bad. I can't deny it. It's pretty good. It's like a yo-yo. I've always wanted to do a yo-yo playthrough, by the way. That's one of those ideas that are on the back burner because I've got so many other things. Like I'm going to do Calamity Infernum. I'm going to do the newest Thorium update. I'll probably play the healer class just because that's fun. Especially not playing with other people. So like, how can I make that work? I think that'll be fun. Maybe Thrower, who knows? Because I already did Bard. But I do have it on there. I just want to do like a vanilla yo-yo playthrough. It's hard to do. It is. Yo-yo not like, as it turns out, the most well-represented weapon type. But that said, I think there are new yo-yos arrows coming in the newest update, so that might be something that will be a lot more doable for us. I did not want to sell that. Wow, that was the wrong one. I want to sell the rest of this. Get rid of it all. Done. Okay, that feels good. Put this back over there. Not that I'm going to use it right this moment. And then... Oh, no, I want to keep my spawn point. Got that. Got that. What else was I going to do? Buffs. Maybe buffs? Buffs can I make? I'm not entirely sure. I think I have... just iron skin. Yeah, we really need to fix that. Having just iron skin potions, not the greatest. Swiftness would be pretty good to max out. We're pretty close, honestly. Oh, you know what I should do? How much time do I have? You know what? I kind of want to just go to the dungeon real quick, because I don't want to fight the Deerclops during the day anyways. I want to go to the dungeon real quick. Let's make this before I forget. So we're gonna go deer. Why can't I still make the deer thing? Did I not just put the demonite in there? Why do I feel like I'm going crazy? Where did I put the demonite? I didn't sell it, did I? Did I sell the demonite? I probably sold it. I can't believe that. Look, this is why I'm doing a shorter episode. I just don't feel good. All right, the freaking demon. No, oh my goodness, what was it called? Suspicious eye. Cool. Let's go do this again. That should have given me demonite, and I did have demonite, and I did try to accidentally sell the demonite, and then I decided against it, right? So something funny going on there. I don't know where it went. Don't judge me if I still sold it. Okay. Give me that demonite. First things first. That's going in there, right? Now we're going to make the deer thing. It is consumable, but let's just keep one of it for now. Why? Well, I could make another one, but I just really want Chester, and if I have to fight the boss again, I'll probably do it that way. Oh, we got the pet. Let's get rid of it. Okay, I'm going to head to the desert, not the desert, the dungeon. Man, I'm telling you, my brain is not working. We're gonna head to the dungeon. I need to go back over here too and get the pylon for that. But what I want to go do is get the alchemist station, because it's possible that if I make one of these buffs, like even close enough, like I had what, 13 swiftness potions or whatever the heck it was. Imagine I had enough to make, I don't know, let's say if I had 13, imagine I had enough to make 15 potions, right? Puts us like within a couple of having the 30 that we need. But if I have the alchemist station, it might make it so that those materials that I would otherwise use get recycled, and then it gives me enough to make the 15, right? So I just want to kind of ensure that I can get at least one other major buff going. And if I do swiftness, that helps for this particular boss, and it also helps for the wall of flesh. So I think I may go swiftness over all the others, but we'll have to see. Aha, I finally found one. Oh my goodness, I've been down here for so long. I've also found 2 bewitching tables. Now, why is 2 important? Because it's 1 less than 3, and if I get 3 of them, then I get permanent bewitching buff as well. And that's how those like buff stations work for Fargo's Mutant. Oh my goodness, there's traps. Is if you get the third one of those, so whether it be an ammo station or sharpening station, stuff like that, you just get that buff permanently, so you don't have to worry about clicking on it. I mean, I can live with just having the one, you know what I mean? But is it ideal? No, I'd rather have all 3 of them. Oh, I said live with the one. I meant live with the 2. But I've been down here for so long, and I'm starting to get really exhausted doing this. So that's another one of these. It's not what I wanted. I hate getting silenced from those things. Oh my goodness, that's the worst effect in the game. I really hate it. It's like, yeah, it's annoying. Anything that takes it, and this is my personal opinion. So let me just preface it with that. So it's very possible that you will feel a different way. I'm just gonna. Well, I went to go leave, couldn't because I was disabled from that stupid block. I hate that. I think any effect that takes away your control from your character is garbage. is like one of the worst things you could do game design wise, because it takes the fun away. It takes your control over your character away. Crowd control effects in like MMOs, notoriously bad for this. They typically last way too long. There was a time period where World of Warcraft did a pretty okay job mitigating it, where it would have this overtime effect that you know, you can only be crowd controlled like this amount for this amount of time over time. And I'm gonna put the other one of these in here. And it meant that you weren't ever really in a situation where you could just like be consistently crowd controlled. Like back in vanilla World of Warcraft, if you played a rogue well, you could one-on-one completely crowd control an enemy until you killed them. Just cycling your different buffs and your different cooldowns, they could be 100% crowd controlled the entire time until you killed them. And it's kind of insane to think about, but yeah, that was totally a thing that people were able to do. If I can make 10, then I can make 8, so I only need 7. So let's reset and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bam. See? You see what I mean? So now we have full-on perma buff for swiftness, which is really good for us, because I feel like Deerclops is just one of those fights that you want some additional movement speed. Regeneration is pretty good. I don't think I'm going to have enough. I need more Day Bloom, and then I'd be able to have perma regeneration, and Day Bloom is pretty easy to come by. I just need to like run back and forth and get it. But I think because it's daytime, what we're going to do is probably head off over here. I think it's like the best position for this, and we're just gonna do this boss fight. The Deerclops, not necessarily super difficult, but also not the easiest boss fight. So also one that doesn't despawn. That's an important bit too. Oh, you know what? Pop one of these suckers down, huh? Maybe. There we go. Break it. That allows us to get another one of these. So with Deerclops, he is a fight, oh my goodness, that you want to stay close to, but not completely close to like I'm doing right now. This is not how you do this fight. Although, we could, oh my goodness, I'm having such a hard time already. Ugh, I feel like I'm missing out on some movement that I don't have at this point. If I keep him next to... There we go. Now, oh my goodness, that hand screwed me over though. Oh, I keep getting hit by that. No! I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here comes my swift death. I'm like constantly slowed. Yeah, that was it. So if you get too far, he doesn't despawn. If you get too far away from him, he does that big throwing the rocks thing. If you are hit by any of his attacks, you're obviously slowed, which isn't ideal. Actually, really, really sucks. Let's pop this down real quick. We're just gonna run back over there. I'm gonna kind of cheese this a little bit, sure. We both know it. Come back over here. So yeah, but you want to stay close to him. Oh, are you kidding me? I have to run all the way over there? Oh my goodness. You want to stay close to him because of the way that he attacks, that if you move through him or over him, kind of like what I was doing with the dash, you avoid the attack, but you have to do it as he's doing the attack, because if you do it too soon, he'll just turn around and do the attack on you, as opposed to doing it in front of him where you can move through him. The other thing with that you got to keep in mind too is a little tip for this particular fight, in my opinion. When you have enough movement speed, which we don't currently, you can actually just walk through him because he doesn't deal contact damage. So you can 100% just walk through this bastard. We're not going to be able to here because we're slow, you see. But if you can have what is it, the warmth potion? If you can have the, what is the other potion? Warmth potion. Obviously swiftness for movement speed. You don't want to get too far away from him because he also takes reduced damage. It deals increased damage. Anytime he goes purple, that's when that effect is happening. What's the other? I can't remember the other buff that helps with this, but yeah. I'm gonna die here because I'm stuck. Oh, goodness. Maybe if I put ice skates on. I don't know. I'm just having such a hard time with the movement here. When he does his little that's when you dash. So there we go. See, this is a little better. That was a little better. You saw more of what I was supposed to do. If you want to see the mastery of this fight, like this fight done to perfection, go watch my Fargo's Soul Mod video where I do it. Because they just took the fight and just ramped it up to like 100. And you have to do it basically with perfection. Otherwise, you just don't do it. I recommend that one. That is actually one of my favorite fights in Terraria, is the Fargo's Soul Mod version of Deerclops. It was so much fun to master that and get the timing down perfectly. But that comes from my own personal experience playing games like World of Warcraft, where doing a boss fight, those fights it is like a quote unquote dance that requires mastery. And then when everybody in your like raid group or party or whatever, you know, whether you're doing dungeon or whatnot, master it and it just goes perfectly, that feeling, you can't, what the heck is that thing? Huh. You can't beat that feeling. It's great. It is so good. And I love that kind of thing. Okay, that was much better. That was much better. I actually may just leave all that in. That little last bit, because I felt like I did way better on that one when I wasn't talking. Just because my brain ain't working. We'll pop that down. We'll open our bag. We got the Houndius Shootius, which is a nice little, whatchamacallit, sentry. It's better than what we have, I believe. Yeah. Definitely. Got the radio thing. No Chester, but I'll come back for Chester at one point, I'm sure, because I like Chester so much. And then we got the Bone Helm, which is pretty good, actually. I kind of prefer the Bone Helm to the Bone Glove. I mean, obviously, you can combine them. I'm going to put the Bone Glove in here anyways. Try to remind myself. But yeah, that went pretty well. What do we do next? Ah, right. We need to do the wall flesh. So what am I going to do? This is exactly what I'm going to prepare for. And you guys won't even need to see all this because you'll know that it's what I'm preparing for. Is to get a bridge. So we're going to go to this one, double obsidian insta bridge. So I need to make 2 obsidian insta bridges, which require 1,000 obsidian platform, though I can make those, okay? 10 dynamite and 3 stars. So I'm gonna need 6 stars, 20 dynamite. That's easy peasy. The platforms though, if we go to those, require just obsidian brick. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the underworld and just start taking down some of these buildings. I'm gonna do that between episodes. Gather all that obsidian, get what I need, and we'll do the insta bridge, which will make that fight 100% easier.